Oh, hi! Guys, I'm sorry for not posting last week, but look at my shop now. I usually wait to open my beer until I say, here's what you'll need. But this is number 2, so I'm just done giving a shit. This is what happens when I'm left alone too long. I drink a lot of beer, and then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna put myself on the internet. Oh, weird how much nicer everything looks when I actually turn all of my studio lights on. Excellent. Here's what you'll need. A t-shirt. Doesn't really matter if it's fitted or if it's oversized. You also want some kind of string. I'm using this really shiny pink ribbon, but if you have shoelaces hanging around that match whatever project you're doing, that would be good. And also some scrap fabric that is fairly close to whatever shirt color you're using. And scissors, matching thread, and a sewing machine. So the first step is to cut off the collar. I'm sure there's at least like 3 people that are like, why do you always have to cut the collars off of stuff? I like my neck being covered because I'm a Jacobean prince. Jacobean? Like the ruffle era of England. Jacobean? Is it pronounced Jacobean ruff? Jacobean ruff? I got nothing. I'm also gonna cut off the hem of each sleeve. Now you wanna flip your shirt inside out and then find that top shoulder seam. You wanna look for the section of shirt that goes right across here from the shoulder to wherever your sleeve ends. You're gonna cut a square of scrap fabric or rectangle, whatever fucking shape it is. You're gonna cut the piece to be as long as it is from your collar to the end of your sleeve. And then width-wise, you only need it to be wide enough to fit 2 rows of whatever ribbon or shoelace you're using, but make sure there's space enough for 3 seams and for the ribbon to fit between those 3 seams. So now you're going to take that scrap piece you cut and pin it on either edge of your shoulder seam, or if you don't have an actual shoulder seam, just whatever the midpoint, the top of your shirt is. This is what that looks like. So now sew a straight stitch down each side and then one right down the middle. Beautiful job, darling. Now measure out some ribbon that's like 3 times as long as your length of shoulder meat. Yeah, 2 pieces of ribbon. Take one end of your ribbon and starting from the sleeve side, you want to push it up through one of those gaps you made between the 2 rows of stitching. A lot of people use a safety pin for this. Pull it through one side, pull it back down the other side, so we'll be making a big U shape. And repeat on the other side. And your shirt should look something like this. I recommend doing this part with your shirt on. Now go ahead and pull both of those strings, and it's going to scrunch everything up and just make it as tight or loose as you want. If you want to look a little bit less like a cheerleader, you can kind of trim that down a little bit. Do the same for the other side. And there you have it. You can also do the same scrunching technique if you have a shirt that's too long for you by doing the same exact method but going up the side seams of your shirt. So then it'll kind of scrunch up the bottoms and it'll probably give like a nice draping effect on the front of the shirt. Happy 4th of July, everybody. This is what America means to me, is drinking craft beer on a holiday and not having to work, but still getting paid for 8 hours.